Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Val. This is Beautifully Shattered Val. Today we're going to be playing with this palette. I've played with it once before and I wanted to dive in and try and make another look out of it. This is the NYX Whipped Wonderland Palette. This is what the inside looks like. I love the shades that are in here. We are starting with eyes today. I have primed my face. I primed my face and did my brows, but that is all that I have done so far. So I'm going to go ahead and put on some Louise Base on my eyelids. Get that blended in, and then I'm going to go ahead and start playing with the palette. I'm going to go ahead and go into this shade right here. On the back, they are numbered, and this is number 2. There aren't any names. And I'm going to start working that into my crease. Kind of do a pinky mauve look. I think that's what I want to do today. I'm going to go ahead and move on in a little bit closer because I feel like I'm so far away. I haven't filmed in a few days. I took the weekend off. I mostly film during the work week and film as I'm getting ready for work. So the majority of my looks are work appropriate kind of looks. I'm going to build up this color just a little bit. I am using a Real Techniques brush. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my unique angled shadow brush and I'm going to go into what they call shade 3, which is this shade right here. And I'm going to go ahead and deepen up that outer corner. When I used this palette last time, that was the first time that I had ever tried NYX. Well, that was the first time I ever tried a NYX palette. I didn't have any issues with it. The colors seem to work. They're pigmented. You do need to build them up just a little bit. I try to go in a little bit lighter and build as I go. I really do like these mauve tones. I said that already. They're my favorite. I'm going to grab a blending brush and I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of blending. I did take the time and cleaned all of my brushes this weekend. Very proud of myself for doing that. Need to make a habit of doing that more often. Need to do it more than, I think it's been like probably 6 weeks or so since the last time I washed them. I really want to get in the habit of washing them at least once a week. Just kind of blending that in, softening up the edges. As you know, I am not a professional. I am a newbie to makeup. I've only been really playing with it for the last 6 to 8 months. I've had my channel now for 4 months, roughly. So I am still learning, and there's a lot, I have a lot of growth that I can do. There's a lot of room for growth. I'm going to go ahead and take this one right here. They're calling that number 7. And I'm going to try it with a wet or a damp sponge applicator. This one right here. So I'm going to wet that with my Fix Plus, and I'm gonna go into that shade, kind of pack it on my brush. If this doesn't work out, then I'll go in with my finger. Ooh. Before I do that, let me put down some glitter glue. I'm gonna go ahead and put down the glitter glue. I'm gonna use, if I can find it, this one just happens to be a shade, a flat brush. So I'm gonna go ahead, put a little bit on the tip of that. And then apply that to the lid. And then I'm wondering, should have I wet that shader brush or that sponge applicator? Probably not. So I'm going to go ahead and use this brush right here and apply that shadow. I've tried it before, applying the glitter glue and then using a wet brush to try and apply the glitter shade, and it didn't work out so well for me. Ooh. And I'm getting fallout galore. I don't know if you can see that underneath my eye. But definitely some massive fallout. This is a chunky glitter shade. I don't know why that was so hard to spit out. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some of that number 3, that darker purple, and I'm gonna pack that on this outer corner over where I already have placed, I've already placed it before. And then once there's nothing left on my brush, I'm just going across the top of the glitter and just cleaning up that crease a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other eye, and I'll be right back. All right, so I got both eyes done. I didn't clean up my under eye, so let me take care of that. I have some of that massive fallout. Which, once I do my base face, then that's gonna clean it up also. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my foundation, and probably I'm gonna go ahead and do my face, and I'll come back as soon as I'm done with that. So I finished that eye. I went ahead and applied my foundation, bronzer, highlighter, and blush. I used the Physicians Formula. This is the Natural Nude Highlighter. I used the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer today. And then I went ahead and used my Tarte Hamptons Weekender palette. And I used the blush in this one. Let's go ahead and finish up the eyes and do the lower lash line. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a smudger brush. And I'm going to take the dark brown right here, which is shade number 4. I'm going to go ahead and run that underneath my lower lash line. Try and come in so that you can see what I'm doing as well. Connect that outer corner to the upper shade there in the corner. And of course, make funny faces. Because I can't seem to do my makeup without it. I'm going to take one of these flatter brushes here, and I'm going to go into the deeper purple burgundy tone. I'm going to go ahead and put this like right up against the lash line. This palette doesn't really have a highlighting shade, so I'm going to go ahead and use the Physicians Formula highlighter, and I'm going to pop a little bit of that in the inner corner. I'm also going to put some of that along the brow bone. I don't normally do swatches, but I thought I would go ahead and try to do swatches for you. So if you're interested in this palette, then you can kind of have an idea. So I'm going to go ahead and insert swatches. So here are the swatches. It starts out down here, that shade number 1. Then we go into the mauve shade. That's a light pink mauve. And then the darker plum, or I guess it's more burgundy shade. And then the orangey brown, I don't know if you can really see that. Then we go into the bronzy gold shade, which is a shimmer. Then we have a lighter pink shimmer, the one that I used on my lid today, which is a darker kind of burgundy-ish shimmer. And then this is a green gold color that is just beautiful. And of course, swatches, these swatches did not perform as well as they did on the eyelids. So that's why I don't normally do swatches, because they are not a great representation of what the shadow actually is, or what the shadow will do and how it works on your eyes. So that's why I don't do swatches. That's all I'm going to do with the palette. I'm going to go ahead and use the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in the shade Perversion, which is a black. I'm just going to run that on the inner rim here. I'm going to go ahead and line my upper lash line using my Tarte Maneater liquid eyeliner. And I'm just going to keep it real close to my lash line. I'm going to go ahead and use my Better Than Sex mascara. I like to coat both the fronts and the backs of my lashes. I'm sure that you've seen me do that before. And when I look down, I notice that I have a better chance of not bumping. So mascara's on for lips today. We're going to go kind of more neutral. I'm going to use my Too Faced Melted Matte Sugar Cookie liquid lipstick. These are the most comfortable matte lipsticks that I have ever worn. And they really truly last a really long time. That is, as long as I wait till it dries down before I eat or drink, then they will last a very long time. I'm going to go ahead and set my face, and today I'm going to set my face using my Urban Decay All Nighter. And this is the final look. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Be sure and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new uploads, and have a blessed day.